Hey, welcome to the Team Babe podcast. I'm Jason, and I'm Babe.
And I'm Robin, and I'm Babe.
She is. And tonight, Babe Fader will be calling the play-by-play action. And I, of course, as always, will be providing the color commentary, kind of like filling in, you know.
And what's the sporting event?
Um, Battle Cats.
Oh, Battle Cats. I
Yes.
love that game.
Yeah.
That's a sports ball favorite.
It is. Yeah, and
Am I right, Jason?
boy, it really is, Babe Fader. That is great. That is a great insight.
Oh, thanks.
The epic color commentator. Yeah,
Color commentator?
I guess I'm not a color commentator.
No, that's not true.
I give up.
That's not true.
I'm done with this.
No.
I'm done with this business.
That's not true.
What?
You can totally, like, as our Battle Cat game goes on, you'll totally be able to identify the strategy. Like this that's happening right now where one of them gets on the stove when they're not supposed to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
It's almost like they know that we can't get them.
Yeah, they know that we're otherwise occupied.
Yeah.
And we're not going to like do anything to stop them unless it becomes an emergency or like is real bad. But I guess this gives you a good idea. You, of course, fair audience, fair listener, can see none of this, but we're painting such a wonderful picture of it as what's his name? Dipshit over there jumps up on the counter too and starts dancing around on everything. I guess, wow, I really do need to make sure I'm hitting that corner when I clean the counters in the morning, huh?
Our cats are, at this moment on the kitchen counter, and they're not allowed there.
Yeah.
This is why we have to sanitize every item in the house.
In the sink.
Wow, they're really terrible.
We do have a spray bottle. We do reserve the right to use that
anytime
at any time during the broadcast this evening.
Yeah, so let's not let these cats steal the show again.
Yeah,
okay?
This is the Team Babe podcast,
right.
not the Team Cat Battle podcast.
And there's only 2 people on this team.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
That's just me, and that's just you.
Yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
What the hell's been going on?
So much stuff.
Yeah.
I felt like very behind lately, very overwhelmed, and like my house is filling up with stuff. Like someone turned on a faucet, and every day, like it's just 1 foot higher.
Yeah. What is the classic album called? Like
the classic
Tribe
album
Called Quest or De La Soul or somebody, like 3 Foot High and Rising or something.
Oh, right.
They're talking about insulation there, I think. Right? Like that's what we're like. We're up in the attic and we got that little thing and we're just blowing insulation all over the place, except it's like
stuff,
belongings,
garbage.
Yeah, it's weird though, because like the stuff I've been getting, I feel like I've been better about making sure it's like stuff that I actually want and like use, for the most part.
Yeah.
And everything. I haven't always done as good a job at that, but I think like space is just, at such a premium these days.
Yeah.
Living the Southern California lifestyle, it's like, lunch like a prince. Wait.
Are you eating lunch like a prince without me? If you are, I'm going to kill you.
I ate brunch like a prince this morning.
Oh, but we did that together, so that's okay.
Yeah. We did that together.
I wasn't left out.
Yeah. Well, there's a thing. We watched that show.
Oh, yeah.
What's that called?
Right.
Best in Brunch?
Yeah. Y'all watching Best in Brunch?
On that HBO with that Daniel
Levy?
Levy?
Yeah. It's good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, like, I generally just don't get down with reality TV shows these days.
I know, they're kind of gross.
Cooking shows I think are kind of like one of the potentially like better genres of the reality show. Like, they still do the ritual and vote somebody off at the end and stuff like that. But
it's a little less cruel, I guess. At least this one seems like it's not too bad.
Oh yeah, among the contestants at least so far. Like
Yeah.
everybody's very like,
Yeah.
you know,
Supportive.
they seem supportive and stuff. But you know, the tables can always turn at some point.
So true. But
might-
their set's really cute. And
Yeah.
they have like some very interesting looking cocktails. So this might be worth a watch if you like Dan Levy.
If you like brunch, if you like Dan Levy, if you like entertaining television shows, it's pretty good. And like we went into it and being like, oh, this is garbage. This is gonna suck. And we watched some of it and I was like, oh, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah. It's
I
kind of
guess.
interesting. It was
Maybe
okay.
Maybe it'll disappoint us greatly soon. And then we'll be like, fuck this show. And then we'll have to eat our words. We'll come back here. Somebody on the interwebs will be like, in episode 84, you said you loved this show.
Right.
We'll get canceled over, oh, maybe Dan will
Oh,
get canceled.
well, let's hope not.
Yeah. Hey.
Because he's a funny guy.
Don't mess with my power.
So, what have you been up to, babe? What have you been doing in the San Diego area?
Oh boy, what have I been doing? Well, you know, work has definitely loomed large for me as well.
Yeah.
I would say since we last spoke to you, fair listener. But you know, I've been I just had the urge to say I've been getting my swerve on as a euphemism, not for sex, but for carveboarding.
Wow, that's pretty douchey.
Getting my swerve on.
Yeah.
But like, you know, on the carveboard skating. I mean, we've been having sex too, but
but don't ever refer to it as swerving. That's just gross. Ew. Like,
that's a
no.
really bad
Like,
euphemism.
You come up with some bad ones. But
I didn't
that
come
one's-
up with
I
that.
know, but that one's pretty bad.
I came up with some bad ones.
Yeah.
Oh.
Euphemisms? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Terrible. Just terrible. I'm not going to say them. It's too gross.
Is that list that we almost?
No.
No. Okay. All right. That's more of a silly thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. We don't want to peel back the, too many
Yeah.
layers of the onion on our pre-production process, but
No. It's intense, right?
just understand that these shows are, heavily scripted.
They're highly
and,
produced.
Yeah. Highly produced.
Yeah.
The interstitial music, is provided by DJ Doug Pound and
So, hey,
yeah.
speaking of music, like, what have you been doing?
Oh, batter up.
Well, I mean, you didn't,
Da-da-da-da,
you got a little
da-da.
off track, like, so if I want that, hitter to hit home plate, I gotta make sure I motion him in, for the slide.
Yeah, your leadoff hitter walked halfway out to like home plate to bat or whatever, and then like looked up in the sky and saw like a insect flying around and was like, "Ooh," and just like followed it.
And then I'd be like, hey, wake up.
Hey, buddy.
Show me the money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, as producer to the stars so eloquently teed up, I have seen some live music
No.
in this last in between time since we last spoke with our folks,
So
our people out there.
what'd you do?
Well, we talked about it last time, but we saw Lewis Cole in
Yes.
Hollywood.
We did
or
that together.
Beverly Hills or whatever the fuck you
Yeah.
call it. At the Troubadour. That was cool.
That was cool. It was WeHo, babe.
Oh, is that WeHo?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that was WeHo.
Oh yeah.
It was on like the edge though.
Uh-huh.
I'm on the edge. Can you tell? Can't you tell?
Always.
What the fuck are you doing now? Anyway, I was just talking to that other guy over there.
The battle cat?
Yeah, the battle cat.
Mm.
Yeah, and then like 5 days after that, I took Charlie to see Black Flag. Jesus Christ, at the House of Blues here in lovely San Diego
Yeah.
with a few friends. That was fun too.
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
I didn't go.
No, you're not that much of a Black Flag
I
fan.
had to sit it out.
I can't say I'm a super fan of Black Flag either, but I was like, oh yeah, I would go see that.
Yeah.
Just like, not like just to say that I saw it, but I was curious to hear like what the lead singer guy. I read an article about him. I think in the local rags, man. You know, got that newsprint on my fingers like the old days, the olden days. That soy based
We do get
ink.
a newspaper, you know.
We do, yeah. It's pretty good.
I really enjoy it.
I don't know if I'm just like starved for. How could I be possibly be starved for content
I couldn't think
with
of
all the
how
scrolling?
that's possible.
But yeah, something about like the paper and just that there's actually like things going on here.
There's so many
happening.
things.
It's like anyway, I read a fucking story about Black Flag and like their first show for their new tour was whatever
Was one.
here.
Oh, right here
And so
in
I
San
was like,
Diego?
yeah, let's go that. And you're like, well, we'll talk about that. And then I mentioned it to a friend and they're like, oh, let's go. And then bought tickets. And then I was like, cool. And then we went. It was fun.
Yeah, so did you like the lead singer?
Yeah. Yeah, he was really good.
I heard the opener was kind of a stinker though.
Yeah. It was yeah, it was not my favorite brand of punk rock music, I would say. Just like stylistically, like, not a whole lot of differentiation between songs. Couldn't really understand what he was saying.
This is the opening band.
Kind of snotty. But like, and also like very much middle aged but like trying real hard.
There's nothing worse than an aging punk rocker.
Yeah, but like really just the guy with the what are they, the Liberty spikes or whatever.
Yeah.
The other guys were young enough or appeared like they could pass for like being in their 30s maybe or something, But I'm like,
So
it's a little rough.
how was the mosh pitting?
When you think back to the days of like, being at the garage underground punk shows and stuff like that.
Oh, I know,
It's
man.
like mosh pitting and stuff, and like
Yeah.
the crowd surfing that would go on at those.
Yeah.
Wow, back in the day, man,
was
just
horrible.
hardcore Redding, California
It was
hardcore.
horrible.
No, it was fun. It was cool.
I mean, it was fun, but it was hot.
That's the opposite of cool. But I don't know what's
Like
better.
the weather was hot.
The weather was very hot. It was in Redding, California.
I mean, that
That's
was
the RC.
nobody had any air conditioning.
HP, RCHC, Redding, California hardcore.
Oh, RCHC. Okay, got it.
That'll mess you up when you start thinking about Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Mm.
Anyway, where was I?
Well, so like,
Oh,
did
how was
you-
the mosh pitting? It was pretty rowdy crowd.
Yeah.
Like, there was a big pit, and it clearly said like no mosh pitting, and
Oh,
everybody
really?
was like,
Is it no mosh pitting?
yeah, no mosh pitting or crowd surfing. But I think like venues typically say that because of liability or something. Then it's like,
That's
well,
so
hey, we told
funny.
you.
I wish you would have taken a picture of that.
Oh,
The
yeah,
sign that said
that's
no
good.
mosh pitting.
Well, let's mark that down because when I get the time travel abilities,
Okay.
I can go back to, what was it? October 28th,
Yeah.
2022. Probably, I want to say 9. What time do we get home? Like 11:30?
Yeah.
Probably
probably.
9:45
Mm.
p.m. Okay, it's good. Good to
Okay.
have these notes.
So how
Travel back to
hey,
HOB. I'll probably get that. SD. San Diego? HOBSD? Hoobastank? What?
how did Charlie like the show?
Charlie was I don't
Was he
think
tempted
he
by the
was, like,
mosh
a
pitting?
no. Didn't seem to be. But yeah, he tolerated it and was a good sport about it. It's not his favorite type of music. I mean, nor is it mine, but like I feel like it's fun and kind of cool just to like do differing things, and it's very different than Lewis Cole and Genevieve Artadi or whatever that we
Totally.
saw a few days before, and so it's like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, it's fun to like do sort of a spectrum of different like styles and stuff like that sometimes. But it's nice that we're close to the action here, so that we can
Totally.
actually do that
Yeah, totally.
reasonably easily. But yeah, I don't know. Like I would probably say, it was fun, and like I got to hear like my favorite, songs by them,
Yeah.
and so that was cool.
Yeah.
And like they were good,
Yeah. Well, that's
good
all you can
musicians
kind of
and
hope
stuff.
for.
Like yeah, so I was happy with the whole experience. And probably the coolest thing was there was there was like this dad and his daughter there, and she was probably like I don't know 14 or 15, and like all like punk dressed out like it could have been you in, in like 1995 or 96 or something like that.
Short hair?
No, just sort of medium, but like
Mm.
pulled back, practical,
Mm.
like ready for action,
Yeah.
ready to like punch somebody in the face or whatever.
Mm-hmm. You
But
gotta
she
pull your
was
hair back when you get ready to do that.
and she was just like so into it, and her dad was like kind of like trying to, he was cool, he was like probably, I don't know if he was cool, but it was cool to see him doing this. He was just like kind of like keeping space around her, and like he wouldn't let her go in the pit, but she like obviously really wanted to, and she'd like look back at him and he'd be like no, and he had like a fucked up arm or whatever, so he had it in this brace and stuff, and I was like shit. So we were kind of standing right next to them, and like stuff would happen or somebody would get pushed through and it would get all rowdy for a second. We'd just be kind of like holding this bubble.
That's nice of you. I mean, I definitely could have used that a couple times in the mosh pit. Like I got, totally grabbed and groped and um kicked in the head. Like, yeah, it was rough.
Yeah. That's fucked up, man. Like I don't think, yeah, that's so not
Well,
cool.
yeah,
But like I guess
not.
every show could use like maybe a few
Yeah, they could use
enforcers that
some
are just
people
like,
that are there to like watch out for you.
hey,
Yeah.
don't fuck with this
Yeah.
area,
Right.
and like big and imposing enough or with the right energy to like
Well,
just be like
that's you, babe. That's you. You do that for me.
you're saying I have to go to every Black Flag show
No,
on
you
this
have to go
tour?
to all the mosh pits that I go to.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
Well,
we pretty
since we
much
have
do
this
that,
time travel thing
Yeah, we
figured
pretty
out,
much do that.
we
Well,
can
yeah,
go
like you
back
could
and we
go
can
back to when I didn't know you, and then you could stop all those people from groping me and kicking me in the head.
yeah. And then I will kick them in the head. But see, the thing is, I would end up in jail. So then I would have
Oh,
to
well, you
go.
got to control yourself.
I wasn't big on self-control
I know. I remember.
back in those days, but I'm time traveling, so it can be
Oh,
me
okay.
now.
Yeah, yeah. The you of now can go back then and do the right thing.
The me of now can go back then, back to the you of then.
Yeah. Get it?
Yeah. There's sort of a part of that. What was that movie we watched, or that you like? I think you might have dipped out at some point, but with the Pete Davidson guy and that
Oh,
flight attendant girl or whatever.
that was really weird.
There was a part of that movie that I think you missed where like he time travels back and is like somebody important in her memory of like I don't know, it's fucking weird.
It's called like date night or something.
Yeah, something.
Oh,
no, it's not about
speaking of that, we went on a date night.
Oh yeah,
Like that was fun.
I said, God damn. Date nights are fun.
Yeah. I mean, like I feel like they've gotten more fun recently, you know?
Well, it's nice having like new places to check out and stuff.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I don't know. I guess let's see. So next month will we have been here 6 months
I think so.
or 5? How does that
Sounds like
work?
6
How
months.
do numbers work?
Well, you start with 1 and then 2.
I think that, yeah, 6 months.
Yeah.
So anyway, and I don't know, like we've done stuff and we've checked stuff out. Told you about some of it.
But we went to the beer garden.
But yeah, but this time we were just like, hey, let's have a date night and not make it like more of a family thing or like going to hang out with our friends and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, we went out and sampled some of the local wares in Encinitas.
That's good.
It was great. Yeah, it was really fun. Cool little downtown city, and walking around down there and stuff was neat.
Yeah. It was
Lots of
good.
stuff that I want to like check out in a deeper way.
Yeah, me too. It just seems like there's not enough time
Yeah.
somehow. You
Yeah.
know?
But
But yeah, but that was good. So we got to do another date night soon, and we should be better about documenting it, you know? Share it with the fans.
I've thought about that for a lot of different things recently. Like, you know, my brother came through town
We
a week
forgot.
ago.
We forgot a
to take
picture.
pictures. It's just like, what the hell is this? Like,
I don't know.
this Cusper curse, man.
Is that what it is? You mean because we're like Gen X, so we're like too cool to care, but we're also millennials, so we're like constantly taking pictures of stuff.
Yeah, well, like we're not young enough millennials to have been infected by
Selfies.
the selfie
Yeah.
at all times
Yeah.
desire. Like, you know, if you look at my social media, like you're not going to see any selfies, right?
There may be a couple on there, but they're few and far between. You never post, by the way.
Yeah.
Like you take pictures of stuff all the time, and then like once a year, you're like, I'm gonna post one picture.
Yeah, you know what? Like I am so not compelled to share what I
Why?
took. I don't know, man.
You take good pictures though.
I've got some like weird, it's not like a conscious thing where I'm like, I'm not going to share this. It's just like, I think about it, and then sometimes I'll start to post something, and then I like write the caption, and I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing? This is so dumb. Like, who cares about this?
The people, your friends care. Like your actual people you know in real life, they care. Nobody else cares, but they care.
Well, that's nice of them, but like, man, I just don't know. Like, why?
Yeah, well, just because you wanted to share your experience with someone.
I guess, yeah, it's like a way to keep in touch. you
Yeah,
know? And so,
totally. Because I've had people tell me, like, I want you to post stuff that you're doing so that, like, we can know what it's like where you're living.
oh, they're telling you that,
Yeah.
but nobody's told me that. I guess it's because I haven't talked to anybody. Fuck. Wow. I'm learning so many new things.
Aren't you glad that we did this podcast?
Yeah, it's a real learning experience every time.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah. So anyway, babe, did you know that the holiday season is almost upon us?
I've heard about this. Like the times that I have ventured out of the house, I'm noticing a lot of elves. in there.
Seaside elves
Yeah. Yeah.
and coastal snowmen.
Yeah. Coastal snowmen for sure. They're all over the place. I'm like, what the fuck? I guess everybody's into Christmas here, huh?
I know. I kind of like can't wait to see how crazy the people get with it, you know? Because, like, I think people did a pretty good job with Halloween.
Yeah.
Like, the Halloween decorations were good, but not everyone put up Halloween decorations. So I'm curious to see if Christmas is different.
Yeah, there are already like giant blow up Christmas ornaments and some ornaments like
Lawn
fucking
ornaments.
lawn ornaments and yeah. In
Do you like that save?
it was good. Yeah, it was great. I love that save. I'd marry that save. Yeah, so I don't know. It's fucking obnoxious though, because yeah, I mean it's so hacked to even talk about, but like I mean the next day after Halloween, like
Oh, long
Boom.
before that, there was already Christmas.
stuff. Like, and we went and walked around Solana Beach today.
Yeah.
Checked out the Cedros Fashion, was it Design District or something, which was cool.
Super
and
cool.
saw some really neat stuff. But yeah, tons of Christmas stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, 'tis the season.
Eh.
to spend a bunch of money, but it does seem earlier this year
Oh,
in
I
particular.
think it because I saw them taking out Christmas stuff at the store in September this year. So it's definitely earlier.
Yeah.
So
Well, we have to feed the machine,
I
you
know.
know,
I
feed
understand.
that kind of keep shoveling, shoveling dead bodies into the mouth of that thing.
Yikes.
Keep it fed.
I mean, that's dark.
It is dark, but it's like the truth, right? Like that's our system.
Not everybody can handle that, though. Not everybody can handle the truth, babe.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a similar thing to thinking about like the food we eat and that it was like an animal if you eat animal products,
Yeah.
and then like we're so divorced from that, the fact that that was like a living thing. We're just like, oh, it's just meat in a pack. We cook it on up.
You did. You made it delicious steaks tonight.
Yes, we are not plant-based eaters. I
No,
would say
never.
here.
I mean, I would be so grumpy.
Yeah. And I will divulge that we spray our cats with a water bottle when they're doing something and we need to, like stop them at a distance. So, like,
I don't think that's
guess-
bad. It's
I
just
guess
water.
take us to jail. We're basically like cat waterboarders.
No, no. No, we're the enforcers. Someone has to be in charge of these damn battle cats, okay? And someone has to call the shots around here, and that's us.
That's us. And you're saying there is room for 2 leaders
Yeah.
in this, 2 big cheeses.
Yeah.
Big cheeses.
There's room
Oh.
for 2 cheeses on Team Babe, and it's me and you.
And we are big. And we are
We
big
are
cheeses.
big.
And you know what? Talking about the holiday season, Jesus loves you.
Jesus is the reason for the season, babe.
Yeah.
Is that the cheese god? Jesus?
Jesus.
Yeah. And like he
Yeah.
makes cream cheese and cheese crackers and
I mean,
brie,
any cheese you could name, he makes it.
smoked Gouda.
He not
Parmesan.
only makes the cheese, but he is the cheese.
He's a big cheese.
Yeah.
Big
He's the big
cheese is this
Jesus.
guy. For some reason, when I just said that, it made me think of Donald Trump.
Because he's yellow like a cheddar,
Yeah.
like a nice
Like I was picturing a big cheese in the sky, and then I was
mild
like,
cheddar.
Donald Trump.
He's like Kraft singles. Like he's not
Yeah.
even cheddar.
Yeah.
He's like cheese products.
That's good. That fits him.
Yeah.
That taste level fits him. Bastard. I hope he chokes on some cheese.
Yeah. That old bastard with his tie and his suit.
Ugh. Bleh. So repugnant. Look at me using vocabulary words. I must be mad. Mad.
What have I done?
No, I'm mad about Donald Trump.
Oh.
You're safe still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
The Empire said safe, so you're safe.
Yeah. So it is the season, and it's the season for a reason, and the reason is cheesing
I
and
think the reason is
praise.
Santa Claus.
The reason is Santa Claus?
Yeah.
Santa? We praise Santa?
Yeah. Santa makes the world go round. He brings the presents. Come
Not
on.
only does he make the world go around, but he goes around the world carrying presents to all the girls and boys. Right?
So-
Except the bad ones.
Any kid would agree that's better than Jesus.
Oh, man.
You know,
Wow.
show me the money. Am I right? I'm clearly Tom Cruise in this sportscaster relationship. Sorry.
I'm the master of digressions.
That's true. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of master of ceremonies, a master of digressions. I'm like the opposite of what you want for someone who's leading, who's like steering the ship. Because we're just going
'Cause he's
to
like-
go in circles. It's like, pew, squirrel, squirrel over there.
That's all right. So, you know what other sports ball events I like? Think about it.
Think about it, man.
What are some sports ball events?
Baseball.
No. Yes. Okay. Yes. Baseball.
Tennis.
Yeah.
We talked about that.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
No.
Um, hmm. Sports ball.
It involves animals.
Animals. Battle cat. Oh, polo. Ponies.
There you go.
Horse
There
racing.
you go. There you go.
Boom.
Yes. You got it.
Yeah, we have special holiday plans again for Thanksgiving in particular. We will be giving thanks at the horse race track.
We're going to consort with racehorse persons
Yeah.
on Thanksgiving. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
And this will be the second time that we've done this.
Yeah.
And so I think we're going to make it a tradition.
We're going to win big.
We're going to bet $2 on each horse. Think of the money that we'll get.
On each horse?
Yeah. I learned my lesson last time.
Oh, you're going to bet on all of them?
Yeah, you don't bet on a winner.
Oh, is that like betting on black or red or something?
It's better. It's like the odds.
Bet on everything.
The odds are better.
Oh, did you read us like a thing about this?
No,
Like,
I
this is
watched
how you
somebody
do it?
get a payout right after I didn't get one.
Oh, and they were like, "Oh, I bet on all of them."
Yeah.
And they still came out on top.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you guess, like, okay, Mr. Ed is gonna get, number 5. Or whatever. Like you're just doing those odds instead of this horse is gonna win.
Oh, well, yeah, you can like there's like win and show and,
Yeah.
and place
There's
or
like
whatever.
4 places or whatever it is. So
Bet on
you
one horse to win, bet on another to show. Like it's all
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
laid out for you in that Cripple
Yep.
Creek song by the band.
Yeah, it's really true. So anyway, I watched this person, like, I paid out $8. I got 0 back.
Uh-huh.
This person paid out like $25 or whatever, and they got 125 back. And I was like, all right, okay.
But you can't assume like that's gonna not work. Like what?
But I bet on the winner only. I didn't know that you could bet on like who places and who,
Yeah.
shows and all that.
So you're saying, but I don't think you can bet past those podium spots, right?
I don't know.
But you aim to find out.
But see, when I took a look, I was mad because I took a look at the horses before the race,
yeah,
and I was, like,
and they trot them around
Yeah.
the paddock and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
yeah, and
This
I
is at Del Mar Raceway, by the way. I don't know if we ever talked about how we went there for Thanksgiving in 2017, 2018, somewhere in there.
2017, I think. Yeah.
When we came down here to stay for Thanksgiving, maybe 2018. Yeah, and that was just a great time.
Yeah, we had a great time, and we just
Except
went
for
to
when
the
you
track.
lost money.
Well, we just went to the track randomly. We had no idea, and it's like a beautiful racetrack,
Yeah.
and it's right on the ocean. So anyway, you get to look at the ponies trot around, and you can kind of like get an idea if you think they've been trained properly.
looks
and
good.
How they're behaving, and
Yeah.
are they listening?
agitated?
Yeah.
Do they?
Are they sneezing?
Is there like are they frothing?
Yeah.
Is their nose running? Like,
Exactly.
yeah.
So I felt like I picked like the top 4, and I was right, but I didn't bet on any of them.
Oh, you just bet on one of
Yeah.
those 4 to win, and
Yeah.
so it was like a double coin flip or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But way worse than that.
Mm-hmm. So I was like, oh, okay, I get how this works. So anyway, I'm gonna try it. It should be a fun day, and then we'll have some sort of delicious takeout or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a non-traditional Thanksgiving this year.
We like we've talked about this before.
Yeah,
on the
but you know how we
podcast,
like
but,
that.
we like to keep it a little different, man. Like kind of give a lot of people around this time of year start to get a little frustrated because of expectations around holiday times. Like, oh, this has to be this way, like kind of rigidity in like traditions and stuff like that. And this person has to be there, that person needs to be here, and whatever.
Right.
All that stuff, like, and yeah, it can really become like like real bad for people sometimes. I mean, I never realized that I kind of it took me a long time to realize that I kind of had some expectations around the holidays that made it so I didn't have like a very good time
Right.
or whatever. So anyway, this is like our little way of kind of like throwing a little
Spice.
little spice,
Little
a
spice
little
in it,
something,
you know?
something different,
Yeah.
a little certain something
Yeah. It's like,
into the mix.
like instead of measuring out every ingredient, it's just a free for all type of
Yeah, just
situation, you know?
a dash.
Yeah. Just throw it in there and see what happens.
Just chuck it in, baby. Yeah.
Um, so another interesting thing about living here is that we live in the city of Tony Hawk, and I
Yeah.
forget that he's here, and then I'll read the local newspaper, which for some reason is so fascinating, and then there'll be like a picture of Tony Hawk who is at the skate park that's like 1 mile from our house, and I'm like, why don't we go and do these things?
So Tony Hawk is here. So that's cool.
Yeah.
We're big fans. Like Charlie and I, we talked about carveboarding last time. We've gotten, much more into skateboarding than ever, I would say.
I would agree.
I haven't skated since I was just a wee lad, a skater boy, a BOI, I would say.
That was right around the time I met you.
Yeah. Yeah, like probably for a couple years before that. And then, I hung up the wheels, I thought, forever.
Why did you think forever?
I don't know. I was just like, I started to get to that age where it's like you have to start paring down the hobbies, because you just start to realize, like, man, there's only so many hours in the day, and there's only so much money. I can't possibly afford to
You couldn't have
bungee
realized that
jump
then.
and skydive and snowboard and ski and rock climb and backpack and
I see.
play guitar and play drums and do this and do that. Like I gotta focus, man.
So you gave up skateboarding?
I guess I did,
Oh, I didn't realize that.
but I filled up that time with a lot of hacky sacking and playing Radiohead on my acoustic guitar.
The hacky sacking was really good use of time.
So, I mean, time well spent. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Things happen for a reason or not. They don't happen for any reason. That's actually probably more accurate.
I was wondering why, speaking of reasons, like I was wondering why when we went to that like surf competition that happened in Oceanside with the all girl, team or whatever, why did they pick Hoobastank to be the band for a girls surf competition? Like, can you explain that to me?
I don't know. This was a few months back, but yeah, there was like a surf competition in Oceanside that we went to. It was like Surfer Girl, Supergirl,
Surf competition.
and like a girl, I think from Encinitas here, like a Brazilian girl, like won it or something, right?
I think so.
Can't remember her name, but yeah, it was pretty cool. Anyway, we got there and it was like the final heat or whatever, and it was the final surf off. Like we got there like 30 seconds before it ended, basically, and we
Yep.
saw like their each of the competitors' last two waves. But then yeah, so we look around and stuff, and then like they're gonna have live bands there, and like the headliner, um, hilariously, I don't know if they're actually the headliner because it seemed like they were trying to give like equal weight to each performer, like as far as billing, but still they were like the last ones was Spin Doctors, which is hilarious, but also like, did we talk about Spin Doctors on
I
the
think
show?
so.
Like, I mean, they're like very good,
Yeah.
actually.
That
Like
first album was great.
strange, like
It's still strange,
funny,
but it's
funnily
still
enough.
good.
And like we kind of went off on like a Spin Doctors kick maybe like a year ago or something
Yeah.
like that. And so I was like, oh, the Spin Doctors, all right. So
Yeah.
maybe we'll hang around and see what they sound like, 25, almost 30 years later, maybe 30.
Like they were
Probably
early.
30,
They were
30 years.
very early.
And yeah, so Spin Doctors were playing, but also the Stank, man. The Hoobastank. And so yeah, like after the thing, and we looked around, we got some like shave ice and stuff. And then we go check out the Stank. And like I'm just like, oh my God, this is great. I mean, it wasn't like awful or anything.
No, I mean they definitely can play.
Yeah.
It's just like I hate that kind of
Just this,
music,
the
you
musical
know?
style is like not your favorite, not my
Yeah.
favorite, or whatever. And we're kind of like making fun of it because Hoobastank has become sort of a like
Meme.
a joke.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, why were they playing a women's surf comp? That's so odd.
Because all the competitors, I feel like, in the surf competition were like 25 and under. So it's not like it's their music or
Yeah.
something, you
Well,
know?
their big hit song that they're probably like still like making mortgage payments off of is like that. It's sort of like I won't sing it so we don't get dinged for copyright. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like sort of a sappy kind of like, they're like sort of a rap rock type of
Oh,
group,
yeah.
but it's like
Yeah.
slow and it's like sort of melodic or whatever, like an
It's
anthemic
the
type of thing.
Prince and the remember like he's bringing someone flowers. That's their big hit. Like,
Oh, you're describing the visuals of the video? Oh, wow, I don't remember that, but I can remember some of the lyrics, but I'm not going to say them.
yeah.
But it's like, maybe I'll say I'm not a perfect person and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
I was kind of so
is it, so my question
oh, okay.
is it because like young, like people now, because of the 90s and the 2000s and stuff,
I don't
like
I don't think so.
that? Do they like Hoobastank? Because I didn't see. Yeah, actually, I didn't see any young people in
Right,
that crowd.
exactly. So maybe it's for the parents or something. Like I don't know. It was weird. But anyway,
And then Spin Doctors is like for like 60-year-olds.
I went to a grocery outlet while they were playing because I just couldn't handle it.
You and Charlie left
Yeah.
while the stank was playing, and I hung around because
I
I was
couldn't
like,
do
I have
it.
to see the rest of this, and I have to see Spin Doctors.
And then
Um,
you showed me some of your video, and I was like, I actually kind of wish I would have stayed for the Spin Doctors because that was pretty good.
yeah, I mean, it's like it's fine, but it's also sort of like just sad a
Right.
little bit because
Yeah.
I mean, and I wouldn't begrudge anybody from going out and playing their music and like making money doing that, and hopefully, like, I mean, those guys had like a few smash hits and hopefully are still paying their
I hope
bills
so.
off of that shit, much in the same way that like somebody like Hoobastank is.
Yeah.
And I'm less like, I don't give a fuck if you pay your bills or not. Like, you could be like, a heavy equipment operator and I wouldn't really give a shit.
Yeah.
But like those guys from Spin Doctors, I'm like, I hope they're doing all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's just weird seeing like old people at a show like into it and stuff, and like,
Yeah, it is weird.
not that
Very weird.
but it's like they're old, but only like 20 years older than us
I
or
know,
something.
it's horrible.
And it's like, oh,
It's so
fuck.
weird.
So what is the thing now? Like, is it going to be, I'm trying to think like 30 years in the future, what show am I going to be going to and behaving embarrassingly watching?
Vampire Weekend.
Yeah, I'm too reserved for that type of behavior.
Come on.
So I'll be hanging out in my my leisure suit.
Don't act like you haven't mosh pitted.
Oh, I've mosh pitted.
Oh, yeah.
I mosh pitted. The last time I mosh pitted was I saw Social Distortion in Chico, California, and I had flip flops on.
Oh, nice.
The best of moshing
Nice.
attire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I mean, yeah, that was. I can't believe my feet didn't get fucked up from that, or that I did. That I can't believe I didn't lose.
A toe.
No. Well, yeah, I definitely could have, but like lose like at least a flip flop.
You mislucked out. Wow.
Yeah. I guess it's just that enforcer, vibe I give off, right? Like, I'm gonna enforce justice in this mosh pit. But not
Yeah,
really.
you do sometimes have that kind of vibe about you. When you decide you're going to have justice, like, watch out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it means somebody's going to get talked to, you know? Um. All right, it's time for the song of the week. You ready?
Oh my God. A song of the week. What could it possibly be?
All right. Well, I picked this one. I'll just say
Okay.
because I heard it just randomly, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is such a good song."
Yeah.
So I'm not like a huge NXS fan, but their "Never Tear Us Apart" is worth a listen.
Yeah. I mean, I think, do you think most people have heard that?
Mm-mm.
No.
It's a little bit abstract, I think, for them.
Hmm.
They were all like their big hit was like that faster sort of like dun 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 dun, dun like the more like 80s
Hmm.
like
Oh,
synthy kind
so
of
that
song.
wasn't like a big hit for them, you think?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, it's a pretty epic song. I mean, it's one that's been, I think it kind of cracked me up a little bit that it was like a revelation to you or whatever, because I was like, oh man, I've been there. I realized that that was a good song and I didn't like it. I didn't know. I'd probably heard it on the radio or
Yeah,
something,
I heard it a bunch. I did not
but
like it.
it never registered in my psyche until, I don't know, maybe until, was that the one? I got like a compilation CD when I came here with the band.
Oh.
I think it was it NXS or no, that was Tears for Fears. Okay,
Oh yeah.
I get those two mixed up a little bit. But like similar vibes, like everybody wants to rule the world,
Yeah.
and like this Never Tear Us Apart have a similar like sort of grandeur to them,
Yeah, they're like
and
big.
like huge giant production and stuff. It's like we're in the largest space possible, and you can hear the reverb gated,
Yeah.
snare or whatever. Like
That's
it's
part
gonna
part of what makes
fucking.
it great. And that and the symphony, which was probably real. And yeah.
Oh no, that was synth.
No, there was some synth, but then there was towards the end there's like some real instruments.
Oh okay, yeah. It is fun, like listening to, like when you don't think about production, like record production, and like what goes into like taking a song that somebody wrote and turning it into like a thing. Like this is the concept for this song, and like we're gonna use these sounds, and we're gonna like orchestrate it like this and stuff. Like that's pretty interesting, especially I don't know lately, and I think that's one of those ones where it's like when I heard it and I registered it as a thing that was interesting. It was like because I was keying in on the production.
Oh. Well, yeah, and
That happens often.
I was keen on like on the production also, but I think for me also the just like hearing the lyrics, like
Yeah.
understanding the lyrics was like, oh wow, these are really good.
Mm.
You know, two worlds collided. You were there. You know.
Yeah, and it's I mean as we spoke about it in our pre-production meeting, um, over drinks on our date night, not to divulge too much, not to tell tales out of school or let you into the give you a peek behind the curtain at how the sausage is made. But yeah, we were talking about it there, and yeah, like I forgot where I was going with that.
So much lead up. Yeah.
I provide the color and you do the play by play.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
just
Sorry.
stay in your lane.
I think you were talking about the production of this song, right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay. But like, I think it's like when you listen to it on a radio forever, you just don't hear it. And
yeah,
like listening to it on like good speakers or whatever digitally makes a big difference.
yeah, and good speakers or like good headphones or something.
But yeah, anyway, his lyrics are good. I thought that was pretty appropriate for, Team Babe.
Yeah,
Because, so far, no one has managed to tear us apart. So,
that's right. And they'll never tear us apart.
yeah, right? I mean,
The only thing that could tear us apart is those damn monkeys.
flying monkeys?
No.
Oh, just monkeys?
Yeah, those monkeys that those guys from Kids in the Hall will let out.
Oh, no, don't let the monkeys out, man. Woo, woo. Those terrible, violent monkeys.
Yeah. So anyway, give that a spin if you want. It's 80s. It's grandiose.
It's romantic.
Romance.
Yeah.
It's synths. It's killer production.
Yeah, you won't regret it.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
And on that note, another thing that you will not regret, unless you are someone who does not consume alcoholic beverages for whatever reason, perhaps you have a problem with the booze.
Are you trying to shame alcoholics, babe?
No. I'm just saying.
I don't want you to get canceled.
No. What I'm trying to say is that I don't presume that you would drink this, but I've heard tales of this Finnish long drink, and I saw it in a can at the store at the Ralph's Kroger Corp, locally here, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna try that, and it's pretty goddamn delicious, I gotta say. It's a long drink.
It's really good. It's like hard squirt.
Hard squirt.
Isn't that gross?
That's yeah, that sounds gross. Sounds
Yeah.
like a porn name or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
But like squirt the soda,
Yeah.
but with
Citrus.
alcohol, like
Yes. Grapefruit.
seltzer or whatever in it. It's really tasty, I have to say.
Yeah. So
But watch out.
if you do imbibe in the alcoholic dark arts, have a long drink.
But be careful because you could very easily have too long of a drink. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And you don't want to drink too much soup.
No, because when you have too much soup, you have to go night-night.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes that's bad news.
It is when somebody doesn't want you to go night-night.
Yeah, man. I mean, sometimes you gotta stay up.
That's right. Like we're about to do.
Yeah, we are. We're about to stay up past our bedtimes again.
That's right.
God,
Or
are we
already-
never gonna learn?
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna. I haven't
Dang.
learned yet. If I haven't learned by now,
Then never
it's
gonna
probably
learn.
not gonna happen. I don't know. That's kind of a defeatist like thing. I gotta think that I can bring about change in my own life if I want to. You know, if I really
Well,
buckle
yeah.
down and try.
You can.
I have.
You
I do.
totally can.
You know, but like, how much longer can you do that?
You can do it as long as you want to. See, that's the trick.
Well, you know, it does give me a lot of confidence that they'll never tear us apart. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
And so if I'm gonna never be torn apart from someone,
Yeah.
babe, I hope
Uh-huh.
it's you.
Okay. Well, I mean, it is. You're stuck with me
Yeah.
forever.
Right.
Forever.
Yeah. And do you know why?
Why?
Because I love you.
Oh, yeah. I love you too.